Leafs talk. JD Bunkis, Sam McKee. The Leafs lose in a shootout to the Montreal Canadiens. Annoying, just annoying to lose the Habs. Feel like you grab the momentum late. It was right there for the taking. There's a couple ways of looking at this one for me, Bud. They're playing like a much better team. There's some Hildeby stuff I want to get into, but second periods remain a problem. They still have no power play. And it just felt like there were multiple opportunities where that could have kind of saved them. And just a few, just basically those two things for me where I'm looking at them tonight going, man, that's what cost you 2 points.
Yeah, I guess we could start with the power play, but I have three separate notes tonight. That the first one is PP kills them every night, have the puck in the zone and get zero chances. The second one is PP big spot here, draw lost, no chances.
Yeah.
And the last one was need the power play third period, brutal, abusing the end glass the whole time. Those are my three notes on it. It's
those two things, right? Out of this entire season, if you wanted to point it down to the worst things that have happened, team defending, it feels like they've shored that up, right? Mm-hmm. They're just a way more normal defensive team. And yes, they gave up more shots again tonight, but overall they look way more like the Leafs.
Yeah.
But the power play and the second period thing remain the two bugaboos that they just can't figure out. What were the shots in the second tonight? I think it was 13.
At the end, it was 20. At the end, it was 22-10. That's what I saw at the end of the second period.
Yeah, it was 13-3 were the shots in the second period, and they got scored on. So, another dash in the column. But yeah, the power play stuff has gotten to the point where it's just like, what do you even do?
It's killing them. It's killing them every night. There's, like I said to you right there, there's multiple huge spots in this game where you need a goal. You need to build some momentum off of it. You need to be snapping the puck around. You need to be feeling good about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And all it ever does is the opposite for them.
Totally.
It feels like, I don't know how many times I've watched it this year where they get a power play, they, beat it to a square for 2 minutes, and then the other team builds off of that and goes down the other way and gets chances and takes over the game. It is just a yip situation for this team that every time they know it sucks. We know it sucks. Savvy knows it sucks. Berube knows it sucks. Everybody's thinking about it. Here we get a power play. And it feels like it's a minute and 20 seconds into it before they get any zone time. No one can complete a pass. There's too much talent on the ice for it to look like this. I can understand that you can go through stretches where it's not good. I can understand that stuff. And every team has their down moments, but they haven't had one up moment all year. And I'm just so sick of watching this.
Yep.
There needs to be some accountability for this. I don't know. You got $40 million on the ice every night on this power play, and you don't get a sniff. It's not like they're snake bit.
No.
They get no chances. It's crazy.
Did they get a shot on the last? No, they did. On the last power play, they got one shot, right?
And on the last one, they had some good shots, and they were banging it off the end glass. I don't know how many times they missed the net tonight, including Morgan Rielly in overtime, shooting it over the net from 5 feet in front of the net. They missed it a million times. It's an infuriating watch as a fan. There's not many more infuriating things in a bad power play, and especially one that's costing the Leafs points.
It's so weird too how many times is the power play when they, as you put it, beat it into a square, just they're passing it around the perimeter and the guys are moving just a little bit off their spots, pass it around. And then it ends up, if it's not cleared out of the zone, right? If it doesn't get broken up or if it's not a shot that misses the net.
Yeah.
How many times is it where it's Matthews or Nylander on the flank cradling it and then just taking a wrister from a brutal angle that ends up right into the goalie's crest, stops the play, and then the other team wins a draw, gets it out. It's just what is it supposed to be setting up?
That's
right?
We've been asking that question all year.
Yeah.
And we are now 3 weeks away from Christmas. And brother, we still haven't figured it out.
I think they were 27th in the league, I believe, entering this game.
Yep.
So yeah, you're talking about, it's crazy to think about there's teams with the worst power plays than the Toronto Maple Leafs. Watching this every night.
Carolina had one. They're the worst in the league. Avalanche, when I checked on Friday, were only two spots ahead of the Leafs. Somehow the best regular season team of all time has a really bad power play too. But then 5-on-5, I think McKinnon was at one point outscoring opponents 37-9. So that helps.
It's just their signature play is the drop pass in the neutral zone to And then outside of that, I would say they're trying to get to Austin Matthews from a bad angle, shooting a wrister.
Yeah.
Or trying to one from a bad angle. Like that's what they're trying to get to.
Yeah. I mean, like they're searching for it. They're trying stuff. They literally put like Kipper said it on our show the other day. He's like, I'm not sure I like the best shooter on the team being the furthest away from the net. And I was like, yeah, it's a good point. But they're literally tried to put Austin Matthews on the point, but they're searching for it. They're feeling it. Everybody knows. They know, we all know it sucks. And it's costing them games. And it was brutal tonight. Brutal.
I don't want to put it down to one guy, but the last power play they had where Cowan had two really tough mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at that and went, maybe instead of Nyes, him.
But they're trying, but I don't necessarily agree with that either, because you can't have like Nyes. I mean, he's got a ton of assists this year, but he's not a traditional playmaker. Like if you're going to take Cowan off of it, you have to put Domi up there. You put Domi on the top line and you've trusted him enough to put him with Matthews and play him alongside your two best players on the top line. And you have to trust him to put him on the power play. I think that's the only thing they haven't done so far to try it, is to put him on the top unit. I feel like it's something you have to try, because the reason Cowan's there is because they need somebody to make a play to pass the puck, and he can do it, but he's over his head. He's over his head.
It also feels like the puck's landing on his stick too, from that bad angle to the side shot. And he's taking those as well. That it's him, Matthews, and Nylander that are taking those ones. To me, this is actually obvious at this point. This isn't like a Cowan issue. This isn't like a Tavares thing. Like we've always done it where it's take Riley off and then take Tavares off and it's take Cowan. Like we go through the cycles of this over and over. It's repetitive. I bet you if you listen to this, you're like pulling your hair out. And now the new hotness is, I'm sure you've gotten the tweets, is put Stech out there, right? Like, sure.
Full cosign. Troy's boys all in on that idea.
Obviously, you're kicked out of Troy's boys if you don't think that's a fine idea. But what I'm saying,
not a Troy's boy if you don't think that.
No, the obvious, and I'm not even saying this is a solution, but the obvious move at this point to me is, buddy, you've exhausted this with these guys. Break them up completely. Like this has to become something now where it's completely nuclear, and you're splitting up all of your top guys and putting them on 2 power play units and making them compete. And whoever gives you a bit of a jump, if they're giving you a jump, they're staying out there and you get to play. You get to stay on the ice. If you suck and it's out and it's 45 seconds into the power play, boom, you're off. Unit 2's going out there. Like some mix of Robertson, Domi, Stech, whatever. Like, no, I'm
Lawton.
just
put Lawton at the point after that clapper. Put him at the point.
Why not? Maybe Lawton's the answer to the 5 forwards. But you know what I mean though? Like they don't have the 5 forward mix. They've tried that. They've tried these same guys over and over and over again together, and it's just not working. And in a game like tonight where they had the opportunities and it's right there for you at the end of the game, you work your ass off. Good final period for Dakota Joshua, by the way. Like, man, he's playing with way more confidence. You just notice him, the size a lot more, gets a little unlucky with a shot off of Dobish's mask that I thought in the moment, I'm a criminal that's in guy. You've watched a million games with me. You know, I'm a like, that's in that. I'll do that. And I thought that was a no brainer, that was an easy one. Yeah. That gets stuff, but he draws the penalty. Like it's exhausting at this point, watching these guys and feeling like you're right. It's not only that there's no hope, it's that you're not even going to build any momentum off it. The other team's going to take it and run with it.
Yeah, this is such a great save by Dobish. Gets his bean right in the way. Joshua thought he was writing home to mama about that one. I thought that everybody in the building thought that was in. And I thought in general, all the best looks came from the bottom 6 again.
Totally.
Like I thought the bottom 6 was excellent for most of the game. Third line had a lot of moments. I thought Wall looked excellent tonight. Buddy. I thought that fourth line really jumping, really has a good mix there with those 3 guys. But I mean, I guess they lose, so we got to do some negatives, but this is a Saturday night against a storied rival, and you'd like some jump from your stars. And I thought it was the opposite of jump from your stars tonight. I thought specifically
total bottom 6 game.
I thought specifically William Nylander was brutal tonight. I think he's been quiet for a few games here, but tonight specifically, I thought was a pretty brutal game for 88. I did. I mean, we can think about the OT. I cannot believe he didn't pass to Austin Matthews. That's one of the most selfish plays I think I can ever remember seeing a guy. Like, he's ahead of you. Pass it to him. He has a wide open breakaway, so it's one of the best shooters in the league.
And he just scored on that goal, or that exact same shot from that exact same spot a game before. He's putting that in the back of the net.
It was not an engaged effort tonight. And I thought it was, you need your stars on nights like tonight, and they were not there for me.
So obviously wanted the pass there. You and I both sent all caps text at the same time to one another.
Yes.
But he had two other plays in overtime where they were possessing the puck for a long period of time. And then he just decided, like, I'm done. Flipped it on net, killed the play. Two that just were not working. I don't know how many times I noticed him tonight from a positive standpoint, but I could say the same thing for most of the top line. I will say the one guy that I don't put on the list is Nyes, who I thought brought it again, and is just like, you could tell that's a guy that put the message out there and tried to back up his words with action. And he just looks exactly like the guy that you signed to that contract. Like, everything that you wanted from Matthew Nyes, essentially. We'll always say when you're that big, we're going to look for a little bit more edge, but the pressure that he puts on other teams' blue lines when he's bearing down on you it's fairly unique. But to flip to the positives, the bottom six tonight that you mentioned, I'm going to start with Roy, because, man, he's so good.
Yeah, he's really good.
Roy is doing so much for this team. And the play to Lawton, obviously the clapper is incredible. It's
oh my God.
If they would have won that game, you could have easily put it down in pen as the moment of the season. And I think it is right now, because it's like, what else would it be? Right? Like, what was as fun as that moment?
I think Willie's goal against the Blues was pretty sick.
It was pretty sick. Overtime. But this one, Scott Lawton, 3 games in a row, a guy who couldn't buy a goal, a guy who's been snake bit to the millionth degree. When he cocked that back, I was like, there's no way he's going to try to and bang. Guy felt amazing. But the play Roy makes with the stick is just awesome. And all game long, you feel that presence where if you try to sneak something past Nick Roy, he's going to make you pay for it. He's got a great stick, uses his length extremely well, heads up player. You always see him like he's a big time head on a swivel guy. Every time he enters the offensive zone, he's just constantly looking around to see who's around him. And I don't think that it's at all a coincidence that McMahon, who we've always said needs a guy to play with, and Joshua has found confidence playing with this guy.
Yeah, no, I think a big reason that line has been so good is because of him. I've loved them recently. And it's honestly like, we talked about him just looking more fluid and looking more healthy and looking like he maybe fixed something when he sat out for a little bit. But yeah, I thought he was really good again tonight. And yeah, I mean, that clapper is electric.
I know.
I can't
stood up off the couch.
I would say that I was, this game was not the
sleepy game. It was a sleepy game
that was a shot of Fireball whiskey to me, getting up off the couch. Like, I saw him get that breakaway and I stood up, and I may or may not have yelled a hard F yes, because it's just, I love Lawton. You and me both are really falling in love with this guy.
Buddy, you know who else is? Everybody over the age of 30.
It's true. But seems like he is the most popular guy in the room. They talk about him being a huge glue guy. And when a guy like that, who works as hard as he does and does all the little things, gets a breakaway and tickles the rafters with a clapper and goes bar down, it's going to fire the fellas up a little bit.
Look at the bench reaction.
They're just laughing. They're just having the best time. They're like, they all love this guy. And you're right. That's look at that great pass and like a bang. That's as good as
clean.
A great crowd pop. A lot of Habs fans in there tonight. So a lot of junk being talked. And I thought that was a fantastic crowd pop. Everybody was into it. Got a lot of Go Leafs goes. Felt like a good crowd tonight. And bang, what a clapper. Love it.
I had this talk with Gazdick on my show on Friday, but he was mentioning how the thing being overlooked with Stecher is how much just a total glue guy.
Great reaction.
That's awesome. But how much a glue guy entering your room can change the dynamics quickly.
Yeah.
And the Leafs added 2 of them, right? Because Lawton was hurt, got back on the ice, total glue guy, one of the most popular guys in the room, was the same thing in Philly. And then you add Stecher, who's kind of the same thing. And it really does feel like, I've always had the take, right, of it's when Matthews gets going and plays with attitude where you see the rest of the team going.
Mhm.
And if you're going to be encouraged by something about this team in particular is right now, it does feel like the bottom six for the first time in a long time has the ability to imprint themselves on games and motivate the group upwards. Because after they scored that goal, the Leafs controlled the play for the first time throughout basically the entire hockey game. Like It was a sleepy game. Habs caved them in the second period. Third was boring as hell. And then that moment happens. And from there on forward, the Leafs were by far the better team. And you thought they were going to win, didn't you? Like, I definitely thought that they were going to find a way.
I did too. It really felt like they were coming in wave after wave. And yeah, that moment where Joshua, the puck lands on his stick right where he should be able to shoot it in, and he hits the goalie in the head, felt like the moment of the game, that it was going to be the change there, and the Leafs are going to get a big regulation win. So it's a tough loss because you're trying to chase this team. You're trying to win the game in regulation. If you shoot that in the net, you probably find a way to do it, and it's a big change to the standings. But yeah, I love the attitude that both Stecher and Lawton play. They play their bags off every game, both those guys. Like I can't, just to kind of zoom in on Stecher, because we've reached the Troy's Boys section of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Craig Simmer's officially a Troy's boy, saying, how can you not love him? I'm like, yeah. Gaz
he didn't say that. He said, if you don't love Troy,
you're a bad person.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
He's actually might be top boy.
Yeah. And I heard Gaz on your show. He's in. Yeah. So like all the puck knowers that really loving him. But like, I don't know how you can't watch him play every night at his stature and just the absolute compete factor that he gives you. And I don't know what he finished with the again tonight. Let me just look to see what he was at for ice time if I quickly pull it up here.
Well, we've gone over this also.
He played 23-24 again tonight.
Yeah.
And the thing for me with him is not only has he played really well, totally unlocked McCabe.
Yeah,
McCabe looks so much better.
McCabe made like 5 or 6 plays in this game tonight that were okay. You and I, before Stecher joined the team, we were having private conversations about, McCabe is sneaky flying under the radar, is not playing very well. What the hell happened to McCabe? Is he having like straight up a TJ Brody moment where, remember, Brody was the guy, and then just one day he was washed.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad, okay? Like, I'm being a little bit dramatic for effect, but he was not playing well this season. And tonight I thought that unquestionably McCabe was their best defenseman. Yeah. And a part of that is playing with somebody that makes sense with him. And at this point, I think that you're back to trying Tanev with Riley if he's able to return at some point fairly soon, because Carlo's going to be gone a long time, and we don't know with Tanev, but I'm not breaking those two guys up.
Was Tanev was practicing today, right?
Like so it's like
positivity today with him?
But it's always tough. You take 2 concussions that close, you're that age. It's like you're on the ice doesn't really mean way too much to me until they're actually saying he's cleared. And even then you're going to be terrified about it. All I'm saying is this takes a lot of pressure off Tanev coming back, man.
Totally. That's exactly the right point where we had conversations about how I was worried about them potentially rushing Tanev back because they're trying to accumulate points to get back into this playoff race. And what Stecher's done has bought them time. Like, I think we both are pretty, aware of how this could potentially end with Troy Stecher. Like, it's not going to be like this forever. I don't think he's just Gustav Forsling all of a sudden, claimed him off waivers, and he's one of the best.
I will say that Gaz was telling me about how when he gets minutes.
Oh, I love it. Gaz is the man.
I just
my boy Gaz, I love you.
I'm saying right now, what doesn't look sustainable with his play? Like, it's been every single night that he's been in the lineup. It's good.
Yeah.
Like, he had the penalty tonight.
You're right. Maybe he is Forsling now. I hope he is. But it's just, the penalty was a bit of a dive, bit of a bad call. There was a dive off tonight.
Yeah, it was a dive night.
Crap.
It was a dive night.
There was dives everywhere.
Yeah.
That is just such a soft penalty call. Yeah. They end up scoring on that power play. Boy, wouldn't it be nice to have their power play where guys pass and like know where each other is going to be? But yeah, and then Willie gets,
and it just feels dangerous. And like when it's over, you go as the opposition. If they don't score on you, you're like,
oof. That was Stecher's worst moment as a Leaf when he kind of tripped a guy and
Yep.
and the other guy dove. That was
Yep.
actually the worst moment he's had in his however many games that he's played.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just another great game for him. I have nothing but good things to say. And if you come to listen to Leafs talk, you're probably not going to hear about a lot of bad things, regardless about Troy Stecher, because
No, we'll bury it. Well, if he starts to stink, we'll bury it.
No, we will not talk about it. Period.
Yeah.
And that's a promise.
Hildeby.
Awesome.
True.
What a game. What a game for the kid. Really impressed.
Spectacular. I got a couple of tweets. Like that's a statement game. And I got a couple of people being like, didn't look very good in that shootout. And I got to tell you, if that's your take, you've exposed yourself as a total know nothing. Like, yeah, you got to be straight up brain dead. I get the season's frustrated and you want to tweet, but like, holy, if you watch this kid play tonight, the amount of spectacular saves that he made, the rebound control, the way that he cut down angles, the way that he uses his size, man, like he's a unit.
Yeah.
And you felt the size. Like you could tell the Habs were a little off tonight with trying to find some that I'm sure that they've chipped in on other goalies. This is massive for them if this is the guy. Like, I don't know if he's going to be 33 or 34 every single night, but buddy, if you have this guy and he can play to this level and he can do this even semi-consistently, but get ready for the trade talks. Get ready for Kipper's trade board when one of these two guys comes back and you know which one it's going to be. But yeah, this was insanely comforting to see him play this way.
Yeah, I think, like we talked about with Stecher buying time for Tanev, I mean, this is two really good starts in a row for him, right? Like he was really good against the Penguins on last Saturday.
His nerd numbers are through the roof.
I mean, looks excellent, and I can't wait to get the boys to ask Valley about him on Tuesday.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man. I'm no goalie expert, but this guy has improved a lot quickly.
Yeah,
last year it was horrifying having him in the net. I mean, he looked like the monster when the monster was bad in there. Like he was eerily similar to him. Didn't know how to
start of this season.
Didn't know how to use the size. I think he's been pretty good this year.
Yeah,
he was really good in camp.
But the first couple of games, they were not overly inspiring. And like he had to come in for Stolars a couple of times cold, and he made a bunch of saves when the game changed. Like this actually reminds me a little bit of Wool's early career. Like when Wool came in, the very beginning was a little shaky, and then he settled down and started to feel the NHL game really quickly. And
I loved them tonight, man. I loved them.
Of course. How could you not? He was spectacular. Again, the goalie was the Leafs' best player tonight. Like, no doubt about it. I would say it was him, McCabe, Waugh, and then the honorable mentions to Lawton and Troy.
Yeah,
but,
of course.
But Hildeby was spectacular. And like the saves that he made in overtime, man. Like there was one where I think it's Nick Suzuki goes across the crease and you're thinking, oh, well, overtime's done. And Hildeby just uses his size, and I don't even know if he got a clean shot off because he just uses the pad. Like it was over and over and over again tonight where the Habs had like really clean, good looks with dangerous shooters, and he just ate them up.
How old is he? He's not that old, is he? Hildeby?
No, he's younger.
Quickly Googling it.
I'm going to say he's 24.
Dennis Hildeby is 24, born on August 19th, 2001.
Yeah.
I'm not you talk about the trade stuff and
it's way too early. I'm just saying it's obvious.
I know, but like this guy, he's young goalie.
Yeah.
He could be part of the future for me.
Totally.
And you got to, you worry about Stolars disappearing. We talk about Wall. It's a week. So there's the kiss of death. What injury fixes in a week? That's just, let's not even get into that because it pissed me off so much. Like what injury? It's like, oh, back in a week for sure. Definitely. A week for sure.
No comment.
A week for sure. A week. But yeah, I think that Hildeby, I wouldn't want to trade him because both these goalies are
trade him.
No, I know, but like there will be a lot of people that will think if one of the goalies get healthy and the Leafs are in a playoff spot or heading towards a playoff spot and you're looking to improve at the deadline, they don't have a lot of assets. I'm sure there's people that would be like, Hildeby would be a guy that they could use as a trade chip. And I would be saying, be very careful with that. be very, very careful.
Here's what I would say to that one. I'm not trading the younger guy who's staying healthier
Mhm.
and has the upside on the cheap contract over trying to move the guy who's older and who's gets hurt all the time. And when he gets hurt, it's twice now for Stolars. Listen, man, I'm a Stolars guy. I don't want to sound like I'm turning on him.
Buddy, we both did.
Yeah,
we both love him.
But you can't have two injuries where it starts off with like, hey, it's no big deal. And then one was a pebble. And then the other one, he like literally like, Bill Barilko disappeared.
That summer.
Yeah, like it's like, where did he also go on a fishing trip? Because where did he go, man? He's vanished.
Oh my God.
Harry Potter.
I love this show, man. That's amazing.
It's gotten to the point where it's literally like, is he a guy?
Yeah. I mean, I asked Luke, I'm like, do you ever see him?
Yeah.
Luke Fox is like, no, never.
No.
Like, was he at that gala? You didn't see anything from him? Like Ryan Leslie was interviewing every guy at that gala. I didn't see him. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. If you're not doing the Ryan Leslie show.
Yeah. Then, I mean, like, he's not around. Like, he gets everybody. So,
yeah.
But that contract. Anyways,
fine.
Let's move on from that.
I only got one last thing. And that's
okay.
just, you mentioned that you liked the crowd.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of Habs fans.
Yeah. Too many Habs fans for my liking. I get it. The secondary ticket market for Leafs games hasn't been the same this season, but they had a loud "Go Habs Go" chant that was not met with the immediate counter "Go Leafs Go" chant. Because you know how that is. You're in an opposing arena and you do the chant off, right? Like Leaf fans do it all the time. Go Leafs Go, and then it's let's go Buffalo or Go Sens Go, or that's the one we're used to.
Yeah.
And Leafs fans just laid down like dogs in the street and let them do the.
I heard some Go Leafs Go tonight.
Yeah, later in the game. I'm not saying I didn't hear it at all. I'm saying at that
first
point,
period too, they were going pretty good.
At that point in the game, the Habs fans got a Go Habs Go chant with zero pushback, and it triggered me. I did not like that. We can't be. It's already the library. It already takes a lot of hits, and I know the tickets are expensive, but it can't become to Montreal fans what Ottawa is to Leaf fans.
I don't think it was that bad.
I'm just telling you how I felt watching it.
It's always a ton of Habs fans. Here's what I'll say. This
was more than I've ever seen before. Like anecdotally watching the game, there was a lot more red in the seats than I've ever seen at this game.
Here, the Venn diagram of people at the Leafs game supporting the Habs tonight and the people at BMO Field cheering for Italy is a circle. So
it's all Italians?
No, just like fake fans. The people from Toronto who root for the Habs are just despicable, and the people that are going to root for Italy over Canada from Toronto are despicable too. So
listen,
it's a circle.
I hate the Habs more than any team in any sport.
Yeah, it's
like them and the Oklahoma City Thunder neck and neck.
Yeah,
but I respect their fans. They care.
The Habs fans?
Yeah,
I do. If you're from Quebec.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think some.
But if you're from Ontario and you're a Habs fan, then do not respect.
There's like that. The Hamilton region's got a lot of them because they had. No, I'm not making excuses for them.
Yeah, because they had a crappy AHL team. Yeah, they're like, we got to root for them. That's a stupid decision.
I will say that if your dad is French, it's not
acceptable.
Yeah. If your dad is
French family, acceptable. That lives here, acceptable.
That's what I'm saying.
But like Ontario born and bred, unacceptable. Do not accept.
Bulldogs games.
Yeah. Oh, I watched a crappy AHL team, so I love their affiliate instead of the team that's 45 minutes down the QEW.
No, do not accept that either. Completely agree with this take. I've been saying it forever. I've said it to my buds who are Habs fans in Ontario that are raising their kids as English Habs fans. I'm like, so you're gonna raise them in Ontario,
so
and their whole lives they're just gonna have no memories of watching the games with their friends, and that sucks,
buddy. I remember one of the best interactions I ever had at an LCBO was during the playoffs when the Leafs were playing here. And when the Habs were playing the Leafs in the playoffs, and this guy's like, I was wearing my Leafs hat, obviously he was wearing a Habs jersey. He's like, oh, go Habs go. I'm like, oh, nice. What part of Montreal are you from? Oh, so he's like, oh, I live from Young and Steels. I'm like,
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's
Yeah.
embarrassing. Like immediately hammered him. And then he was just like, oh, my dad. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's always that.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Like your dad can be wrong. Like if my dad is a Habs fan and all my buddies were Leaf fans, I'd be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm from Owen Sound, Ontario, but my dad, Mac would never. But
Yeah.
I mean,
your dad's not that though. Your dad.
No, he's not that.
Yeah.
He's not a pick me guy. He doesn't have to be like, look at the attention I want because I'm a Habs fan from Toronto.
So what I will say though is the juice is back with the import of these games. Like the fact that they're both hunting for the playoffs. Yeah. It's felt for a while, Habs on the come up and the Leafs put them in their place. And anything even Montreal has gotten, you're like, whatever, you're irrelevant. You're still too young. You're not putting it together. Leafs have had obviously better play as of late, but it's still going to be a grind to be able to finish and prove who they are heading into the postseason.
Yeah.
And now when these two teams play, there's a weight to it that has been materially different than over the last decade, where now it matters again. Now it feels like you really want the 2 points and the regular season game matters a lot.
Absolutely.
It's not just pure pride. Like it's there, man. I felt it tonight. This is the most I wanted the Leafs to win all season by far.
Caulfield quickly climbing up Leaf killer rankings.
In terms of guys that when they're coming in with a look that you're most afraid of, and I know he scored his goal on like the tap in on the power play.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that when he's got time and space, I think he's the guy I'm most afraid of. Like in the entire league.
He can rip it. I mean, all these American guys shoot it. I'm praying the States leave him at home. Praying they leave him at home for the Olympics.
Yeah. He'd be a good leave at home guy for me too.
Yeah. I would love to not have to go against him in a big game.
He's just a fearless shooter, man.
Yeah. He shoots from everywhere.
Yeah.
But God, he's so small.
Yeah. He's tiny.
Thank God he was born in this era. He is not making it in our childhood. Like he's just not making it. Like he's not. I'm sorry. He's just not making it. Like there's such an emphasis. Like, I mean, who was, I guess St. Louis in our era was this size.
Buddy, you think if Theo Fleury played, this guy wouldn't play? Like, come on.
I mean, I don't know. No, he's small.
Theo is tough. I'm just.
Yeah, Theo is just, Theo's
gritty, but
different breed.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm just saying that like he's outrageously skilled. I think he's finding it on the ice no matter what the era is he's playing.
You think he's playing in 2001? Okay.
Yeah, I think he's disgustingly good, and it actually kind of pisses me off how good some of their guys are. Like Demidov is terrifying, Suzuki's terrifying, he's terrifying. I don't like how many spooky, scary guys they have on their team. Hudson's terrifying.
Yeah, I'm out. Oh, Texier's shootout move is disgusting. Yeah, and I actually had the pre-scout because I'm such a shootout sicko. I know all these sick moves. I told Ali, I was like, he's doing a one-hander. Said it. He's done this move multiple times. Yeah. He's done this for Columbus. Like it's just so dirty. And it's pure. Just I'm sick at this because it's pointless. You don't have to take your hand off the stick to do that. Yeah. You do that with both hands on the stick. That's just like pure FU. Because you think he's going to maybe do the Forsberg, and he just does it through the 5-hole. It's pure FU, and it's nasty and good for him. It's just really gross.
I actually really love the reaction too, where it's like if you're trying to show up the guy with that move, which you do, then to just walk it off like
big smile. Just skate right by the Leafs bench, don't even look at him, smile on your face. Yeah. It's gross. It's gross. Yeah. And I thought Caulfield was nice too. I mean, Hildeby gave him the whole net, but whatever. It's a shootout. They're stupid anyway.
Yeah, picks it. Whatever. Shootout. I don't care. Anyway, all right.
That's it for me.
Subscribe to this podcast. Leave 5 stars. Reach out anytime on Twitter and Instagram at JD Bunkus, at Sammy McKee. We'll see you. It's Monday game, right?
Monday, Amazon against the Tampa Bay Lightning. A big one.
Big one. Yeah,
measuring stick game.
Yeah, it feels like the schedule's been so regimented this year where it's like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then maybe a Friday or Sunday in there. But we'll
all be trapped in Amazon together on Monday.
Yeah. All right. See you then.